navigate the footages. It could be done in two different ways. One, by the help of your page up and page down. Page down is to make you to go to the next frame, and page up to go to the previous frame. Previous, next frame. If we forget the things, then you can switch to the preview button. Where is preview? Inside your Windows menu. Switch to the preview and get it on. So go to the next frame, previous frame, next frame, previous frame, next, previous. So you do have two options how to get it preview the right frames. One through the preview window, second through the hotkeys. To open the preview window, Control 3. The next hotkey got to know Ctrl plus 3, preview window. You can switch to the preview window and get it previewed to the next frame and previous frame. Is it okay? And why we are doing this? This is more important. And we are doing this because to find out the right frame where we need to do the execution. Like to do the special effect where we need to find the frame. So to find the frame, we are navigating the frames. Once you catch the frames, then you can set the in point mark. By the button over here, set the in point mark. Now, how to set the in point mark? By the click over here, in point mark. And it could be done through the hotkeys, Alt, open bracket, Alt plus, open, set in point. Same way, Alt plus, close bracket, set out point. Right? Once the in point and out point is set up, yes, you can have to modify it up. You can modify it up through the keyboard or through the click button. Now, how to move to the in point? You are standing now and you need to go immediately to the in point. Either you can drag like this and come to the in point and see, or else just hit the I and immediately go to the in point. Now, next hotkey, you got to know, go to in point. Go to in point. Exactly the same way, you can go to the out point. Go to out point. Hit the O, go to out point. Right? Go to the next frame. Go to the previous frame. Go to in point. Go to out point. Set here the out point. Alt, close bracket. Set here the in point. Alt, open bracket. Right? Everything whatever you have learned, it is executed. How to set in and how to set out. Once you find the right frame, it is the time to do the execution to make a composition out of this frame. So the job is done over here. Now the footage is with a in point and out point mark. So now we need to convert this footage into a compositions. We have understood in the last class 5 different methods to make a compositions. 4 of them from the footage. Drag the footage and drop over here. Make a new composition with the footage length. Is it okay? What you have learned now? How to make a composition with the edited footage size. By the option drag and drop over here into the timeline. It make a new composition over here with the length of the footage, edited footage length. With the length of the edited footage length. How much the length of the footage? That much the length does the composition does have. And we have created a composition with the footage name and the length with the frame size. The size of the footage and the composition is remaining the same, and the length of the footage and the edited footage and the composition is the same. So what is the length of the composition? Exactly the same length of your edited footage. How much you have edited the footage? Exactly that much of length it is. Now the length is 40 frames. Exactly, you can find out here what is the in point mark, what is the out point mark, what is the length? 40 frames. Can you able to see? Does it okay? Does it visible? So this is 40, exactly the same length. Can you able to see the composition? Can you able to see the length? 40 frames. Is it okay? How to find the length of your composition? Question over. Answer. Select the composition and see the thumbnail and find the length of the composition. How to find the edited footage length? Have a double click, find the footage window, see the footage length edited. In point mark, out point mark. Where the in point mark? At 588 number frame. Where is the out point mark? At 627 frame. What is the length of the footage? It is shown inside the project panel. The time you select the footage, you can find the length of the footage. What is the length of the footage? 901 frame. Does it clear? Question, answer, visibility, and taking your clarifications. Does it okay? Means we will go further. So how to find the length of a composition? Select the composition, go to the project panel, see the length, tell the answer. Does it okay? How to see the footage length? Select the footage, go to the project panel, see the length and tell the answer. How to know the edited footage length? Have a double click, open the footage window, find it the in and out mark and see the length over here. Question, answer over. Right. Now got to know how to make a composition with the edited footage, and this is the timeline where the footage comes over here, and the composition length could be find out over here, or else you can able to see the composition length over here. Go to the composition and go for composition setting, get it on and find the length. So what you got to know now? How to find the composition length? By going through the composition button and the composition setting. What is the hotkey? Control K. What is the difference between Control N and Control K? Am I right? Control N is the options which create a composition. Control K is the options which modify a composition. Modifying a composition, creating a composition. Difference Control N, Control K. If a already existed composition is there, if you need to get some changes, go for Control K and find the window and get it changed. If the composition is having 40 frames, if you need to get 50 frames, yes, you can able to change the length over here and find the composition length get increased. Extra 10 frames on the screen. So what you got to know now? How to change the composition length. What is the answer? Control K. What is the answer? Control K. Where is Control K? Inside the composition menu. What is the option? Composition setting. Question and answer finished. What you can able to do in composition setting? We can change or we can modify the composition, everything. What are everything means? Where the height, length, all the things, background color, everything can be changed. Is it clear now? So now we have formed a new composition from the edited footage. Once the composition is done, now on the same screen of the same footage, if you are not getting, stop me at up, okay? Inside the same composition of the same footage with the same length, we need other information. Does it clear? I am using the same word for 3 times. Same composition lo, same footage mide, different footage manam tiskechu. Same length lo, different footage. Does it clear? Now if you are setting the in point mark, some other footage is there. Out point, some other footage. Are you getting what I am doing? What we are doing? How to take the footages from the same footage other frame with the same length by shifting the in and out mark. By shifting the in and out mark, you can able to get the length remain the same, but the information get changed, and this information could be placed exactly above to the footage by a simple command called over edit. So what is the option you got to know? Inside the footage panel there are 2 buttons are there. One is called overlay, one is called a ripple insert. Overlay is a command which allow the edited footage will place over to the reader place exactly above to it. Is it clear? What is the option you have learned? Overlay. What is the option you have learned? Overlay. What it does? It places the edited footage at the reader place. Question and answer over. Practically done. Ardhamainda? Fine then. So come over here. Here you can all find out two footages are there, one above to the other, below something else, above something else, but their length remain the same. Why the length is same? Because the footage in and out point has not been disturbed in the length, it is disturbed in the position only. How to move the in and out point? This is the question. Answer: move your cursor over to it, find a directional double arrow mark, then move it up. So what happens? The length remains the same, but the position of in and out exactly moves in the same way. So the length of the footage remains the 40 frame only, but the information gets changed. Once the information gets changed, then you can able to place it up by a next command inside the same composition by the command called overlay. Is it okay? Overlay allow the artist to place the edited footage exactly in the reader place. So on the screen with the same length, two different footages are there. Is it okay? Now the next, exactly the same way with the same length, different part of the footage could be placed exactly one above to the other. So on the screen now three footages are there with the same length from the same footage with different frames. Does it okay? Okka footage mide three different information with same length lo placement jarigindi rundu button mide. What is the button? You got to know overlay. Finish. So you got to know overlay is a button which helps to do the editing to place the footage one above to the other. Is it okay? Fine then. So in point, out point, total length, overlay button. Everything get clear. Which is there inside which window? Footage window. Does it okay? Now got to know what is called footage window and what are the options related to it. Now let's go and see it up. Inside the timeline, one above to the next, the footages are arranged. Edited footages are arranged. Everybody's length is what? How much the length? 40 frames only. How to find the footage length? Have a double click on the footage and see it up, or else get the double click and find a layer window which shows you the length of the footage also. Now on your screen there are three windows, one beside to the each other. Catch to the screen and find the difference between them. One is called layer window, which is coming up whenever you find a double click over here, and it shows the length of the footage. Does it clear? Idi em window? Layer window. Layer window lo em kanapadutundi? Ee layer mide enni frames untayi, original footage nunchi emi input emi output, ekkadi nunchi cut ayindi, enni frames unnai, aa information layer window lo kanapadtayi. Does it clear? Screen lo kuda kanapadutundi. Malli ida double click cheyandi, ila double click cheyandi footage ki, ikkada kuda meeku kanapadtayi. So check to the frames. So here also you can find the footage, there also you can find the footage, and on screen also you can find the footage, but what is the difference between them? Check. Fine. So catch hold on the screen. Observe it carefully. The three windows are showing the same information, but they are not same. What is the difference between them? The faster you got to know, the better you understand the things. What is this window? Composition panel. What is this window? Footage panel. What is this window? Layer panel. What is the difference between them? Answer. Composition panel shows all the footage on the screen. Footage panel shows every frame of the same footage, and it does have options to do the editing process. Example, insert and overlay is there, but the layer window only shows that information of the layer. It doesn't have a feature called editing, insert and overlay. Ardhamainda? The three window ki difference ఏంటి, similarity. ఆన్సర్ చెప్పిన తర్వాత అర్థమైంది ఓకే, లేదంటే మేక్ ఏ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ సీ ది ఆన్సర్ ఓవర్ హియర్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? కంపోజిషన్ ప్యానెల్, ఫుటేజ్ ప్యానెల్, లేయర్ ప్యానెల్కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? ఫుటేజ్ ప్యానెల్లో ఏముంటుంది, అది లేయర్ ప్యానెల్ కంపోజిషన్ ప్యానెల్లో ఉండదు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్? What is there inside the footage panel which is not there in composition panel and the layer panel? This is the button. You have done the work. Overlay work. Overlay is a button which is there in footage panel only. It is not in composition panel and layer panel. Question and answer finish. What is the difference with comparison to the composition panel to footage or layer panel? Composition panel shows every layer of the composition which is not there in footage panel and layer panel. Answer finished. ఈ ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది అంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ రీచ్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ది కంపారిజన్ లిస్ట్ ఆన్ యువర్ స్క్రీన్. డస్ ఇట్ ఓకే? సో వీ హ్యావ్ అండర్స్టూడ్ నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ దిస్ త్రీ విండో. విండో చూస్తే తెలిసిపోతే కావాలా అది ఏమి విండో. ఇక్కడ పేరు చదువుకునేకి అవసరం లేదు. ఇలా తెలుస్తుంది ఇది ఏమి విండో, ఇది చదువుకులేదు కూడా తెలిసిపోతుంది. ఎందుకు? ఇక్కడ ఏం లేవు, ఇన్సర్ట్ ఓవర్లీ బటన్ లేదు అంటే అది కంపల్సరీ ఏమి విండో, ఇది లేయర్ విండో. డజ్ ఇట్ ఓకే? ఇది ఉంటుంది అంటే కంపల్సరీ ఇది ఏంటి, ఫుటేజ్ విండో, ఒరిజినల్ సోర్స్ విండో. ఇది మళ్ళీ ఏం డిఫరెన్స్, పెద్ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ టైం లైన్ లేదు, ఈ రెండుకి టైం లైన్ ఉంటాయి. కంపోజిషన్ ప్యానెల్ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎ టైం లైన్, బట్ ఫుటేజ్ విండో అండ్ లేయర్ విండో టైం లైన్ ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ ఇలా టైం లైన్ ఉంటుంది అంటే అది కంపల్సరీగా ఫుటేజ్ ఉంటుందా లేదంటే లేయర్ ఉంటుందా. అది డిఫరెన్స్ ఎట్లా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు, ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోవాలా. ఇన్సర్ట్ ఓవర్లీ బటన్ ఉంటుంది అంటే అది ఫుటేజ్, లేవు అంటే అది లేయర్. ఫైన్. సో నౌ గట్ టు నో హౌ టు రికగ్నైజ్ ది ప్యానల్స్. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఫస్ట్ రికగ్నైజేషన్ ఎట్లా చేయాలో అది మెయిన్. Once recognized, then execution starts. So we got to know now how to make composition, footage and layer panel to understand first. ఏమవుతుంది తర్వాత వేస్తాం. ఏమవుతుంది ఒక ఆప్షన్ మనకు తెలిసిపోయింది. ఇక్కడ ఫుటేజ్ ప్యానెల్ మీద ఏమవుతుంది, ఫుటేజ్ ఎడిట్ చేయొచ్చు, ఓవర్లీ చేస్తే మల్టిపుల్ ఫుటేజ్ అరేంజ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఫైన్. నౌ ది నెక్స్ట్. వన్స్ మల్టీ లేయర్ కమ్ ఓవర్ హియర్, we can able to get it done a lot of things. Out of that, one of the thing is like we can able to make it small, big, placement, everything can be changed up. We can get it down this size. How to resize it? Minus, 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 plus, 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 minus, minus, minus. Now you can move it, you can scale it from the corner, you can place it up, scale it. Okay, మూవీలో బెస్ట్ 5 షాట్ కట్ చేసే ఇలా అరేంజ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఫైన్. సెట్ బటన్. సో ఫైండ్ ద బెస్ట్ క్లిప్ ఆఫ్ ఎ మూవీ అండ్ ప్లేస్ ఇట్ బిసైడ్ టు ఈచ్ అదర్, అండ్ ఇట్ కుడ్ బి డన్ బై ది ఆప్షన్ ఓవర్లీ with the same length inside the footage window. Overlay is a button which makes us to make a comparative study of a same, the best clip of Magadhira. కట్ చేస్తే ఈక్వల్ లెంత్లో ప్లేస్మెంట్ చేయొచ్చు. డజ్ ఇట్ ఓకే? సో హౌ టు గెట్ స్ప్లిట్ స్క్రీన్ టు షో యూ డిఫరెంట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది సేమ్ మూవీ. బెస్ట్ ఫైట్ సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది మూవీ. సో యూ కెన్ కట్ ఇట్ అప్ అండ్ ప్లేస్ బిసైడ్ టు ఈచ్ అదర్ అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ షో ఏ కంపారేటివ్ ఫార్మాట్ అండ్ ఇట్ కుడ్ బి డన్ బై ఇన్సర్ట్ అండ్ ఓవర్లీ. ఓవర్లీ ఓకే? ఓవర్లీ అర్థమైందా? ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓకే దెన్ విల్ గో ఫర్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్. Let us switch to the next button, that is called insert. Insert is a button which does the same job, but it split the screen, it split up the screen and get this information to place. ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ రీడర్ మీద ఈ 3 ఫుటేజ్కి బ్రేక్ చేస్తారు, మళ్ళీ కొత్తగా ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. చూడండి. సో ఇట్ బ్రేక్ ది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇంటూ 2 part and place the new information in the middle. Gets to the screen. Let us make the length a little small so to understand better and get it insert. What happened on your screen? It split the below information into 2 part and place the new information inside. That's why the name is called insert. Does it okay? Insert ki overlay ki difference eti. Overlay paina padutundi. ఓవర్లీ చేస్తే పైన పడుతుంది, స్ప్లిట్ అవుతలేదు. అర్థమైందా? ఓవర్ అంటే పైన, ఇన్సర్ట్ అంటే కట్ చేస్తే మధ్యలో పడుతుంది. ఎందుకు బట్టి ఆయన పేరు ఇన్సర్ట్. మధ్యలో ఓకే. టూ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ యూ గట్ టు నో. ఇన్సర్ట్, ఓవర్లీ. ఓవర్లీ మీన్స్ పైనలో ట్రాక్ పడాలా. ఇన్సర్ట్ అంటే ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్కు స్ప్లిట్ చేసే మధ్యలో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ పడాలి. దిస్ ఇస్ ఇన్సర్ట్, దిస్ ఇస్ ఓవర్లీ. So in overlay you can see the new information which is over to the information, so original information below cannot be shown. పైన ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ పైకి పడుతుంది. ఫైన్. సో we got to know what is called insert and what is overlay. So you can see ఇక్కడ ఏమైంది, ఓవర్ అయిపోయింది, మళ్ళీ ఖతం అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ చేంజ్ అయిపోయింది. కానీ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతాయి, ఇక్కడ కట్ అయింది, ఈ ఫుటేజ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఎగ్జాక్ట్ అదే ఫ్రేమ్లో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది మరి, బికాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్సర్టెడ్. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ హ్యాస్ నాట్ బిన్ డ్యామేజ్డ్. ఓవర్లీలో ఏమవుతుంది, కింద ఉంటే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ డ్యామేజ్ అయిపోతుందా అంటే ఓవర్లాప్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ స్ప్లిట్ అవుతుంది, ప్రతి నెక్స్ట్కి మూవ్ అయిపోతాం. ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ అక్కడి నుంచి కంటిన్యూ జరుగుతాయి. సో యూ గట్ టు నో టూ ఎడిటింగ్ టెక్నిక్. వాట్ ఆర్ దోస్? Insert technique, overlay technique. In insert the information will be split up, in overlay the information will be overlapped. Okay, so what you got to know now, what is the editing skill in After Effects. Before going the compositing skill, how to place the things proper. Does it okay? Now how to do a editing process in the which one? This one? This is the place where the information is not there. This is blank. So let us see this way. Here information is not there, and here information start up. Here the information is there. If you need, you can also bring it up. That is next. But now got to know this is this one. They're also the same. What you understood is that the same over here. In these layers, this information is not visible, but here onwards, this information is visible. Here, the information is not visible. So now we have understood one of the topic. What is the difference between insert and overlay, and when to use insert and when to use overlay? What is the difference between them? And all together, these two are which property? Editing property. What is the topic going on? How to edit a footage. Finding out the right frame and placing them is called editing. And therefore, okay, once more, select. Now get the edit and drag and drop. Make a composition. That is done. Now how to change the length of your composition? Control K. What is the option? Composition menu. What is the duration of your composition? 15 frame. If you need to make composition to 150 frame, what is to be done? Search the 15 to 150. Now the length of the composition grow up. Ardhamanda, what you got to know now? How to change the length of your composition? What is to be done? Control K. What is the option? Composition menu. Inside that, what is to be done? Change the duration. How to change the duration? Type it up. That is done. Now, what is the topic? How to do the editing in footage window. Now we have seen ఈ ఫుటేజ్లో ఈ ఫుటేజ్ బాగుంది. తర్వాత సో లెట్ us see this footage is nice. So come to the timeline, place your reader where you want, then go to the footage what you want. Okay, yes. Set the editing now. This skin. Search the best frame. Which frame you want? Okay. From here to here we need. Set the out point. Now you want to place this where? Here. After this, right? So what is to be done? Overlay. Then come over here, over. So what you have seen, ఈ ఫుటేజ్ తర్వాత ఈ ఫుటేజ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ అయిపోయింది. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ ఫుటేజ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి, ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది బాగుంది, ఆ ఫ్రేమ్ తీసుకెళ్ళి ఇన్ పాయింట్ సెట్ చేయండి. దెన్ కొద్ది ఫ్రేమ్ వెళ్ళిపోయిన తర్వాత అవుట్ పాయింట్ సెట్ చేయండి. మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడ కావాలా, ఈ తర్వాత కావాలా, ఓవర్లీ చేయండి. అర్థమైందా? హౌ టు arrange the best footages inside the After Effects one after the other. Finish. So now got to know how to arrange the footage to play one after the other. Does it clear? In, out, overlay. Set the reader, place it up, make the composition done first. Move the reader and place it up. So you got to know now how to do the editing. ఇలా arrangement ఇట్లా చేయాలి. First shot, second shot, third shot, fourth shot. In point, out point, overlay. In night, overlay. Very simple, 3 options to get it click. So make a best footages clip ready and place in a compositions. If it is done, then the first exercise happen. Then we can go for the next exercise. So what we have understood now, how to do the editing. Fine then, so let us move to the next higher options.
Now, so we have said 150 as a frame, right? But how do you know that this one how much we have reached?
Once more. Now the composition having 150 frames. That is okay. Next.
Now we have selected 3 frames, no?
3 footages.
Won't be maybe 150.
Yes. Till what extension the frame is there and how much more is there. How to know that. Yes. So inside the timeline you can able to see the clip. Last clip is here and you can go to the end of the clip and we can able to see the frame number and you can able to get the composition setting to start from the first frame. Start frame is a name 1 and you can find 42 frame has been used up. Next more 100 frames are there. So we got to know now what is composition setting, what is how to set the first frame name so that you can find exact frame numbers. Is it okay? So we have understood now how to arrange the footage one after the other inside the After Effects by the help of your insert and overlay options. So multiple footage at a time editing, insert. Overlay is just arrangement one above to the other. Fine then. So let's move into the timeline. The project panel handling is over. Now let us go for timeline handling. Inside the timeline there are 2 parts. The left side part of your timeline is relevant to different switches. Right side of your timeline is relevant to times. So left and right 2 parts are there, but it is a single window. The gray color is different, but it is a single window properties. And the first features of the timeline is audio video features, where you control the visibility and the audibility of your sound. As if like in Photoshop you can hide and show the footage. So if this is the footage, you can hide and show the footage. And After Effects allow to hear the sound also, and to play the sound we need to hit the button decimal to audio preview, space bar is to video preview, and numerical keypad numkey 0 is for audio and video preview. So 3 buttons and 3 type of preview. Numkey 0 for audio video preview. Okay, and to see the timeline with the audio waves, select the layer and press double L. So hit the double L to see the audio wave. Layer. So you got to know how to see the things. Double L, 0, space bar, decimal. 4 options you got to know. Select the layer and press double L. It will show you the audio waves. Does the audio signal is there or not? You can check it up easily. So how to see the audio wave? Answer, double L. Next, once you see the audio wave, how to play the audio? Yes, it could be play by the option we have learned. What? Num key 0. It allows to play the audio and video together. Am I right? Whatever you have written, that is executed. Cancel. So sometimes the software get heavy.